I think we're in for a couple of good heats.
Yeah, absolutely. We just saw Keanu Kamiyama in the last heat. A bit of an upset, knocking out the highly touted American John Mel. And one of his countrymen, Yuji Nishi, is coming into this next heat. He is the top seed this time, coming up against the French/Mexican surfer Marco Mignot. The Mignot family, we've seen Nome compete in World Juniors in the past. And here goes the surfer in the red jersey, Yuji Nishi, getting things underway. This is Heat 5, Round 2 of the Jeep World Junior Championships. Wow. Presented by Destination New South Wales, and Yuji putting some points on the board straight away. He lists his favourite practice location as the ocean, as we see Marco Mignot getting things underway in his campaign here in Round 2. This is a good-looking wave. A couple of nice turns out of the top for the French surfer in blue. He's not done yet. One last little blast on the inside, and he was pretty happy with that. He'd wanted to be happy with that because he's fighting back against quite a decent score coming in for the surfer in red. Yuji Nishi dropping a 7.17 for his opener. And on the screen right now, we're looking at some facts for Mignot, but here goes Yuji Nishi again, looking to get really busy across the opening few minutes of this heat. And that's another great turn for the surfer in red.
Well, this is the 7.17 from Yuji. You can see off the bottom, had some bottom to work with. Squares that off the top, wait for a bit of the wall to stand up and finish it strong. The judges are loving those strong finishes, and that's rewarded with a 7.17.
Yeah, this is Marco Mignot. This is what's going to come in around about the 5-point range. Not quite as big of a wave as Yuji's, and stringing some turns together through the inside. And how do you reckon John Mel felt on the beach just looking back and seeing Yuji Nishi dropping that 7.17 straight away?
He said, I wish I had one of these waves. Look at this one. This one stood up on the bank beautifully. 3 solid turns in. Nice steep wall on that face.
And well, this heat looks like it might be stacking up with plenty of waves. There's swell all the way out to the horizon. And here goes Marco on his backhand. Just the 2 turns, but they were 2 nice blasts. And expect another decent score there for the Frenchman. You have to say he thought he might have deserved more. So let's have a look at this one, Brad.
Yeah, nice steep face there. Only got those 2 turns in, but I like the flow and the momentum that he kept. Nice little combination of those 2 maneuvers. Here we go.
All right, here goes Yuji Nishi on his backhand. Compact style, nice floater there. Can he squeeze out a 3rd turn? That's not going to be worth any points. So the bulk of Yuji's scoring coming for those first 2 turns. Doubt that one will sneak into his top 2. Here's the replay of that wave, Brad.
Yeah, so this is Yuji just projecting down the line. You see, that last maneuver was that floater. He tried to project across that section with the...
Even bigger and better things. Ethan surfing last year on the World Tour, and Griffin qualifying for next year's World Tour. All right, here goes Yuji Nishi again. It's a very small wave, not a lot on offer. He's going to kick out and have a look at Marco Mignot going right. Take it to the sky, big air reverse, nice bit of variety, and he just doesn't quite pull that one off. You could see the toenails were digging into the wax.
The hallmark of that right-hander is this air reverse that everyone's been going for. It's literally a short wave. It's a 1-maneuver wave. He hucks the board all the way. Actually got a lot of height at the front of the wave. Didn't get it too much too high above the wave, but projected out. And unfortunately for him, he just couldn't hold on and ride out cleanly. That would have been a good score for him.
Yeah, definitely. It comes in at 1.07, so a minor, and progress through to round 3. Winners so far today, Finn McGill just. That was a back and forth battle, and here goes Yuji Nishi trying to join him in round 3, working his way down the line. This one just giving him plenty of opportunity. It's not the biggest wave, it's not the best wave, but he jams out a bunch of turns, and he'll be pretty happy with that one under priority.
Any favours as far as his total is concerned. You are correct though, he surfed this wave well, was able to get a nice little roundhouse cutback to start that wave off, but you can see he's got to work to get this energy going. He's got to work to get his speed going, and it results in a pretty ordinary wave, just as far as the context of his 2 scores are concerned so far. Yeah, that's right, we see the surfer in blue just picking up the end section of that left-hander, so he is in 2nd place, chasing that 7.30.
Score right there. And here's the replay of Marco's last wave.
So yeah, Marco finds one that runs along the bank nice. He's able to get 2 turns in before the shutdown maneuver, and he gets 3 maneuvers in. That 3-maneuver wave has been one of the highest scoring combinations that we've seen out here.
Particularly on the right-handers, when you can have Forward stick to your feet, although we'll work on your backhand as well. Here goes Marco Mignot. He might look to take to the sky here. Big air reverse, and he rides out of that one nice and clean. And he'll be happy with that. Just a one-turn wave.
Will he get into it? He does.
Yep, Yuji Nishi, almost a bobsled takeoff. Now a couple of big blasts. That second turn was good. Can he get one last hit? He cannot, so...
Well, this is going to be interesting to break this one down, Lindsay. An aerial maneuver versus a bigger wave. Two big power turns on that by Yuji. And he wouldn't have... So he has the roll in. Square off the bottom straight away. And this is the money turn over here. Big turn, tail drift out. Nice and powerful. Surfing to the criteria there. And this is the wave that Marco took off just before him. Looking for this air reverse. One turn again. Gets a nice little rotation in there. And this is Marco again, once again, just hucking that board around. Didn't get ready to get too tail high until the end of the sort of end of that turn. Didn't rotate fully in the air. So not as technical as the judges might want to see for those air reverses. It's almost become commonplace, those air reverses these days. And so the day he had priority, and he had to almost paddle out to meet the wave as he takes it from one on the mid break over there and doesn't go too far. So yeah, he got a bit caught by surprise by that bigger set.
And also got me thinking, why aren't these guys getting through to the final day? You know, we see the two heroes, Hiroto Arai and Ohara. They're doing really well. They've done semis in the years gone by, and a couple of these guys are performing really well now.
People who live in Japan representing us. Here goes Yuji Nishi into the next, into his next wave, looking to secure his position in round 3, and jams out 3 turns, but unfortunately comes unglued on his last one. All right, here goes Marco Mignot. He could probably represent about 5 different countries as well, but he's here for France. He's looking to book his ticket through to round 3. Great big blackhand blast. Really nice fin release, but unfortunately he can't. I don't think Marco's going to repeat his 9th place finish from last year. And 2 Japanese surfers, 2 heats in a row progress. Yuji Nishi just taking the points off the back of a 7.17 and a 7.83, so a 15.2 wave total. Correct me if I'm wrong, that might be the best total of the day so far.